Hi. Hi. It's Mish. Welcome. New year, new adventures. Here we are. So, come along and read with me. Shh. Read with me. Shh. Get it? Okay, I think it's pretty clever. Anyways, I just wanted to hop on and make a quick little intro video, if you will. Booktube is just about the only content that I really consume on YouTube these days as an avid reader myself. And so I figured I should join in. I think in this day and age especially, we talk a lot about community and how important it is to continuously build community and to ground ourselves in people who make us feel safe. And so if this is potentially another means of doing that, then why not give it a go? I always have loved reading. And obviously it's come in waves. It hasn't always been super consistent. I read a ton growing up as a kid. I would get in trouble sometimes in school, admittedly, for like reading under the desk instead of paying attention. Don't do that, kids. Pay attention in school, it's really important. But that sort of love of words and of literature has stayed with me and has also evolved a lot as I've grown older. And I just think that right now there's so much happening in the world around us. There's so much at stake, and reading is very important. I think maybe more important now than ever before, if you have the privilege and the capacity to be able to read, to have time to read, to have the resources to be able to read. I think that there is something to be said for reading to get lost in a new world, and to sort of release and recharge, not to forget about what's going on in the real world around us, but to, like I said, release and recharge so that we can then rest up and go back out into the real world and fight a little bit harder and stand our ground a little bit stronger. And then on the flip side, I do think that there's also something to be said for reading books to learn more about the world that we're living in, because it doesn't matter. I do read a lot of nonfiction, I will say, but even in a lot of fiction books, I'm reading about characters and relationships and societies that really parallel and reflect different aspects of our society today, of our society from history. Like, we really can learn so much from reading. And so, yeah, I just wanted to dive into that more now. And so, yeah, here I am. I thought for a first little video, I would share maybe what some of my goals are. I do set reading goals, like numbers, but it's really not about that. I also, so in 2024, my goal was 36 books, which is not that many, I understand, but, I do other things also. And I made it, just barely, but I made it. But I really upped it for 2025, and I've set the number for 50. And so I got this journal from my best friend. It's so cute. It has books on the cover. But yeah, I just made some little notes about what some of my goals are for this year. So like I said, I'm hoping to hit 50 books. If I don't, oh well. If I get more, cool. It's not about the number. But I really, really want to continue to diversify my reads even more. And so my personal goal for myself is to read at least one nonfiction book every month. And so that's at least 12 in a year. I also love poetry, but I have a hard time reading like an entire poetry collection in one go. I think I just like need more time to sit with like each poem. So I have a lot of poetry collections that I just haven't really gotten around to for that reason. So I'm hoping to read more of those this year. I'm thinking maybe like 1 or 2 a day kind of thing every once in a while. So I would like to read at least one poetry collection every other month, maybe also every month. I guess they're quite small. That's pretty manageable. And then I am on Storygraph. So I have joined both the Storygraph Reads the World Challenge, which is 10 books, and then also the Storygraph Genre Challenge, which is also 10 books. So just looking to diversify really wherever I can. So if you have any recommendations, drop them below. Yeah, there are some other silly little reading goals that I have just based on the books that are on my shelf, but we can go into that at another time. In the meantime, if you're still here, thanks for being here. As you can tell, I am a rambler, and so previously I have been a little bit in the book talk space, not super consistently by any means, just here and there, throwing my face and my thoughts out there, but clearly I am a rambler, and so I was made for long form content, and I love to still consume long form content. I definitely get so many book recommendations from BookTube, and so I hope that in the future I can also share out some recommendations, and also just like continue to grow and evolve in this community on this new little adventure. Currently I am sitting in front of one of my bookshelves, or I live with my boyfriend, one of our bookshelves I should say. I am sitting on the floor in front of it though, so I will hopefully in the future figure out a better filming situation, but until then, here I will be. Thank you so much for being here and for coming on this little adventure with me. I don't really know, to be honest, what I want to do with this space yet. I don't want to commit yet to a super rigid specific posting schedule or anything like that, just in case. For now I want to keep it fun and engaging for me as well, so that it can remain engaging, hopefully for you. Yeah, but if you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, remember that all we have is each other, you know. We have books and we have art, but at the end of the day, we have to take care of each other. We have to build community. We have to foster kindness and hold on to our empathy, hold on to our compassion. And there's a lot happening in the world, and it can be hard to do that because there's just so much, and it does get really heavy. And sometimes, you know, people come along and try to quiet our soft feeling inner humans, but that human so badly needs to be nurtured and upheld during this time. And I will tell you right now, I am a soft feeling human, and so if you identify with that as well in any way, you are so welcome here, and I will do my very, very best to create a community that is defined by values of love and courage and kindness and inclusion, truly, like, true inclusion. So all of that being said, hopefully some of that made sense. I will see you in the next one.